What's up, everybody? It's Vicky, the Captain Dreamboat here. For those of you, for the uninitiated, I should say, I am a professional wrestler. I am a boat captain. I'm an improv comedian. I'm a manager of an improv comedy club. I like to stay busy. I do other stuff too, like swim in the ocean. It's not a job. It's just a thing I like to do. I am super, super stoked to be here and to be part of FTW, the new generation, and FTW, the Prediction League. FTW is TBH, TBE, the best ever. To be honest, the best ever. We're just coming up with stuff now at this point. Y'all, with so many top promo artists like hashtag DB Greatness, Trevor, Bones, Kaza B, Trent, Mr. Wallace, and the Mad King, and with the best wrestling prediction league on the planet, if you're not already part of FTW, WAYD is what are you doing? See? You're figuring it out. You're catching on. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Listen, okay. I'm going to calm down a little bit. I'm very caffeinated. I'm not just here for the hype. I might just take that world championship. I'm looking at you, Estrella, and you too, hashtag DB Greatness. I know that you're both very formidable opponents. That's hard to say fast. Formidable opponents. I get very distracted. I know that you're both formidable. But working on the fly is literally my J-O-B. Every single day I improvise like nobody's business. We'll see what happens. I'm here in the promo game with FTW, the new generation, and FTW, the Prediction League. And I'm here to stay.
Sangya.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to night 2 of FTW Slam, and a huge shout out to Vicky Dreamboat for that amazing introduction. Vicky is the newest member of the FTW family, and we are proud to have her, so make sure you check her out on all of her social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You are going to want to follow the newest up-and-comer, Vicky Dreamboat. Now, pivoting to the FTW Slam Night 2 card. In our main event, we will see DBChampion putting his FTW Heavyweight Championship on the line against the returning Young Gun Steven Faison. We will also see BeastMode Bonez and the best in the world Trevor Robinson defending their FTW Tag Team Championships against King of Dad Style Wonderman and the Young Buck Tyler Woodward. We're also going to be hearing from the man who won the Turbulence Championship last week in Vagabond. But in our opening contest, by decree of Byron Hinton last week, we will see Beast Mode, the human cheat code, taking on yours truly. Let's head down to the ring for that match.
I look at the way this has all started, because I come from the BWO, had a little bit of a falling out with that group, ended up in FTW, and honestly, I'm glad I could bring the stuff I did in the BWO because, you know, they watched it, but I don't ever really feel like they really appreciated it. That's a different group. That promo group, as much as I tried, exists in the world of rap battles. There's no storyline. There's no continuity with it. That's why that style is destined to fail.
Okay, so here's where it doesn't make sense.
Talking shit about the BWO, talking about we had a falling out. No, bitch, you couldn't handle the heat in the fucking kitchen. You got burnt, and then you fucking left to FTW.
Not also are we nowhere close to failing. Business is fucking booming.
So the fact that he says that we're not gonna succeed, that we're not gonna go far, when we have people doing our stick over there succeeding, is asinine to me.
We call you Vince Russo for a reason, because you couldn't book shit.
As the greatest storyteller in the BWO or FTW, fuck you, Tyler.
So fuck you, Tyler Drummond. Fuck.
But fuck you, Tyler.
Fuck you. Very disappointed, Tyler. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Tyler.
Fuck you and fuck FTW, Tyler. You overgrown, rotten sack of shit.
Now that you're out of our life, we're so much better. You thought that we'd be weak without you, but we're stronger.
You thought that we'd be broke without you, but we're richer. You thought that we would be sad without you, we laugh harder. Thought we wouldn't grow without you, now we're wiser. Thought that we'd be helpless without you, now we're smarter. You thought that we'd be stressed without you, now we're chilling. You thought you'd be the hero of this, you're the villain. Guess what, bitch, we survived. But enough about BWO, let's talk about what happened afterwards. You were tired of having me in your ear telling you when your ideas were shit, and you wanted to have 100% of the praise for creating something. So you made the Premier Promo League, but you still didn't get that praise. You came and collaborated with a bald-headed Kojak looking motherfucker, and that bald-headed Kojak looking motherfucker made you his flunky. He made you run around with all his bad ideas, but he had friends who would watch no matter what, so no matter how bad the product was, you had views and you felt successful. But then he left, and you were left to be the boss. It took you precisely 2 weeks of not being a lackey to realize you were a failure. And where did that failure lead you? Back to me. There's a reason why we call you the Vince Russo in the BWO. During the Attitude Era, Vince Russo was great and he had all these ideas that went through. But then he went to WCW and all of a sudden all his ideas were shit. And you know what the difference was between him being in WWF and WCW? The difference was he has Vince McMahon that to tell him that those ideas are shit, these ideas are good. Or to like to form them to be good ideas. It's the same thing with you, Tyler. You raised the BWF up with your ideas, but you failed in FTW. And why did you fail? You didn't have me anymore to say, fuck no, Tyler, that's a stupid idea. So now, here I am, come to save you once again, except this time you're fighting it. You only wanted me here because my talent is undeniable. I am the GOAT of this shit. You wanted a ratings pop. You wanted to get the other BWO guys to start watching and start participating. But I will not have my name attached to some shitty product. FTW really just took a whole month off because you couldn't get your shit together. You're a part of the cancer that I'm here to cut off. And I'm sorry that it doesn't give you enough pats on the back if you're not 100% making the decision. But 100% of nothing is nothing. Wouldn't you rather be 10% of something special? You just need to accept what you have and be happy. You have the adoration of FTW. Shit, even the BWO still loves you regardless of your fuck shit. 1 second, y'all, I gotta change tone. This feels better. I've been in your crib multiple times. That shit roses and bubbles. I watch your kids hug you, but your wife doesn't love you, cause she lets you be a sucker. When a wife loves a husband and the husband means the world to the wife, husbands start getting emotional like a female, and she sits him down like, listen, Tyler, you can't call yourself a manly name like Army of One. If then everything goes wrong, you act like it's your time of the month. I need my man to be strong, but every day you give me a reminder that you got 2 sets of genitalia, a coochie and a vagina. We got everything we need. We're well off financially. I don't need no more. But when I got married, when they said, do you take this man? I wouldn't have took this hoe. I feel like a lesbian in this relationship, and that's some bullshit. Hey, Lisa Drummond.
What, Bones?
That's the way you need to talk to your bitch.
And now, his opponent. He is a one-time BWO World Champion. He took a ragtag bunch of promo artists and built the FTW New Generation. He is single-handedly responsible for ending the careers of the Pale Rider and Vagabond's Demon. Weighing in at none of your goddamn business. Appearing in FTW for the first time in 142 days and ready to take out the trash. He is Tyler Drummond.
Are you ready for this? You said you wanted the main event player tonight. You wanted the absolute top tier Tyler. Well, be careful what you wish for, because there's no coming back from what's about to happen to you. I'm about to take my 142 days of frustration and anger out on you. See, in the whole totality of my promo career, there has only been one man that's been a constant thorn in my side, and that man is Beast Mode, the human cheat code. Whether you were rapping in a hoodie, or procuring the powers of God himself, or basically slow playing me out of every faction you've ever made, you've always treated me like an afterthought. Someone should ask Vagabond how that worked out for him. Somewhere between whooping my ass in January of 2020 for the BWO Championship and today, you've gone from being my daddy to being terrified of me, because while you've been staying stagnant this whole time, I've gone out and gotten better. And I passed your ass a long time ago in the skills department. So You never feared me because you always knew you could beat me. And now you tremble to face me because you know you can't anymore. If you need the proof, we can run the tape from the triple threat at Promomania last year where I beat you and DB. I wanted this to be over, so I went away, continued to hone my craft, but eventually you followed me here. But some things never change, and I quickly found out that you didn't learn when to keep your mouth shut, whether it be tearing down the house that I built or tearing down the competitors that live in it. While you've been here, you've never stopped telling us how much we suck. I tried, man. I really tried to keep the peace. We gave you a whole ass special just to feature you, and even that wasn't enough. You never thank me. You never appreciate me. You just shit on everything I do. So I'm here tonight to put another loss on your record, except this one, this is truly going to be one to remember because it was never supposed to go down this way. You've always treated me like your brother because deep down, you were waiting for your Cain and Abel moment to destroy me for good, but while you were waiting, I was passing you by. I am now the one looking down at you from the mountaintop. So take your ass back to the BWO and tell Big Papa Sketch just exactly what happened to you in the Indies tonight. Go get him. Bring Bobby Miller. Take Trevor. Grab Mr. Wallace. It doesn't matter. When you come back, I'll be at the gates waiting for you with my army. And if you thought tonight went poorly for you, imagine what's going to happen if you come back. Your winner by a final score of 195 to 191. The Army of One, Tyler Drummond, has slain Beast Mode, the human cheat code. And what a match that was. I'm gonna need a minute to compose myself. Let's hear from new FTW Turbulence champion Vagabond.
Are you new Turbulence champion of the world? A different breed, the king, the Turbulence king, the vagabond. You see, Trevor, I told you I'd be able to do this. I told you I'd beat you twice. You said I had a chance to prove myself twice, and I told you you weren't ready for me. And now look who has the Turbulence Championship round his waist, round his shoulder, the vagabond. And now what is a man like me to do besides celebrate? Oh yeah, to everybody on the roster who wants a piece of the Turbulence King, a whole different breed, the vagabond.
Form a neat little line behind the next would-be challenger, because I'll get to you all soon enough.
Because all it takes is one fatal flaw.
One simple mistake, because those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Get it? Got it? Got it.
I'm expecting all of you who want a piece of me to have good, decent ammo, just so that I can fire back and show you how beneath me you really are.
Hail to the king!
That'll do it. That was exactly the break I needed to recuperate after that first match. And what strong words from our new FTW Turbulence champion, Vagabond. Cannot wait to see what is going to happen in the future with this man. Now, let's pivot to our second match of the evening. And I hope BeastMode Bonez has enough energy left to fight a second match, because he and the best in the world, Trevor Robinson, are defending their FTW Tag Team Championships against the Young Buck, Tyler Woodward, and the King of Dad Style, Wonderman. Let's head down to the ring for all the action.
Why is this match happening? Why am I here? Why am I here being a tag team partner for the King of Dad Style? That's right. Because someone thinks they are bigger than FTW. He thinks that he is bigger than everyone else because he can't be asked to work with someone. It's hilarious to me, Kazza. It is hilarious to me that you think you are bigger than FTW because you can't work with a certain person, which I'll get to. You think you're bigger than them. You think you're bigger than the fucking entire promotion. But no, the only reason that you are around is because you got made by FTW. The only reason you're a promo artist is because you got made by FTW. I am the reason you are in FTW, Callum, and whether you like it or not, I am the reason you are gone. I am the reason you are gone from FTW because I know how to work with everyone. I know if I have a personal vendetta against someone, I brush that aside and I work with them. I brush that to the curb. I kick that shit to the curb and I make sure that I put out a decent fucking promo. But enough about you. Let's get on to Trevor. Let's get on to Bonez and Trevor, shall we? Bonez, you have a god complex. You think that you are bigger than everyone else. You think you are bigger than FTW, but you're not. You're just this guy that's trying to save the brand. He's the guy that's trying to save the promotion, but lost every time. Look at Bonez again. He could have won the FTW Championship. He had a chance for the FTW Championship, and he failed. He failed to win. He failed to give FTW this big, massive thing to be the saviour for FTW. And he failed because he's a nigger that keeps failing. Look at the BWO. Him going through these 5,000 steps to get him back to where he is. Then we get to the golden mic and you lost the golden mic. I might have lost two because I talked about rugby. But you lost, Bonez. You might as well go through those 12 steps again. You might as well go through all of that again. And stop thinking you're a god. Stop thinking you're a saviour. Stop thinking you're a goat. Because you ain't, nigga. Then we get on to Trevor. I guarantee you Trevor will come out here and go, oh, I've got a single win over Tyler. I've got a single win over the Young Buck. In predictions. This is not the mic. This is nothing else. Just predictions. Well done. Everyone's beating me. Everyone's beating me at promos. Everyone's beating me at predictions, Trevor. Probably tonight's going to be no different, but I'm putting up a decent fight. I'm putting up a fight because I know what I'm worth. I know that I am worth the talent. I know I'm worth being a last-minute replacement. But enough about me. Let's talk about the King of Dad Style. Let's talk about my tag team partner. Because the only reason I am in it is because he asked me personally to come and save him. He asked me personally to come and save him from this slump that he's in. So, King of Dad Style, the floor is yours. End these motherfuckers.
Callum. Kazza fucking B. You let me down. Again. Tag partners don't just ditch one another. Tag partners don't walk away when it gets difficult. We have beaten people before. Why are Bones and Trevor threats? I've now had to pull the trigger on a gun to get a partner to face them. Now, I could have done it myself quite easily. It's Bones and Trev. I've had more threatening shits. But no, the rules of FTW, you need a tag partner. I really don't. But I had to pull the trigger on a young gun. Why? Callum. Why? Now, if you decide to come back, I want the first match. Because this is twice now that you've left me in the dirt. Moving on to my partners, Bones. My opponents, sorry. Bones. The GOAT. The saviour. I don't know what you're supposed to be saving, but you call yourself the saviour of FTW. What exactly are you doing? You are tagging with Trevor. That was your first mistake. I see nothing in Trevor. Trevor, to me, is one of those people that just latches on to the thing that he thinks is good. He thinks you're good. He's wrong. You think he's good. You are wrong. Trevor, I've known you 3 years now. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you still wanted to face me. You keep making the same mistake. I've beaten you in Last Man Standing. I haven't beaten you in FTW. That will come this weekend when we tag. If you want to go single, that's fine as well. I will beat you in singles matches. I'll beat you in triple threat. Name your match. I will beat you, Trevor. Bones, I will beat you too. Nothing I have seen from you yet gives me any fear. So, the tag belts that you two have, I will take them. I will be a single tag champion because I don't need Young Buck, Young Gun, Tyler Woodward, Mumbles, whatever he wants to call himself. I don't need him. So when I win them belts, I will be changing the rules that a singles competitor can hold 2 belts if he is good enough, and I am good enough. So, have fun this weekend. And when you're crying in your own despair after being beaten, just remember, you wanted this. Goodbye, guys.
Hey, Trev, sorry to be calling last minute like this.
No, it's fine. I actually had something I wanted to talk to you about. I feel
Man,
like...
it's just that...
Oh, sorry.
My bad. Go ahead.
No. You first.
Look, I know you was really counting on me to come through and everything, but I got kind of phoned this one in here. My fault.
Really? Nah, man, I was going to say I'm phoning it in too.
Thank Bones. That's such a relief. Like, I really tried to get the energy, but I really don't have much for these LFS rejects. I really can't even get up for this one, bro.
Like, we're supposed to take Young Buck seriously as a threat? And who knows if the King of Dad Style is even going to show up this time, or if he's just going to make Young Buck do it all himself. You want to step to the big dogs? You think you're a better team than us? Do you guys even go here, or are you just both in the same corner? Good teams need to work together. They need that natural bond. They need styles that mesh. And above all, they both need talent. You two don't have any of those things. I've seen Young Buck get more matches than almost anyone else in the past few months, and I think he's lost them all. If he did win anything, it felt like he lost.
Like, for all the training he does, you would think he'd be able to battle. And this was the nigga in the main event for 2 months? The nigga that was doing promos and the training, bro? This is why we need to save y'all. And you ain't even the worst person on your team. KODS, which by the way is the perfect name for you because it sounds like a British slur, grew himself some balls finally after being too scared the faces that Bones are getting, and came back to take the L.
I hope whatever laundry closet you found yourself in to record is soundproof so your wife and kids don't have to hear their dad crying after we beat him.
For the record, we're rooting for you.
One day, maybe we can have the battle you think you are having right now, but you've got a long way to go before you're ready for us. It's really great that you guys wanted a shot at the big time, but that Cinderella story ends here.
And you might think you can go win some #1 contenders match and be back here in a month, but those dreams can die here too. See, we're trying to fix FTW any way we can, and part of that means lifting this tag division, if you can call it that.
As far as teams go right now, you've got us,
EOR, allegedly, wherever the fuck they are,
and whatever 2 dudes from Last Man Standing are available and feel like being a team at any given moment.
Does that really feel like it's worth our time? You want to see us go against those 2 teams forever? I don't want to see us go against those 2 teams at all.
And then switch it up and let them face off for the chance to face us?
When you got some belly competition, call us. But for right now, I ain't getting out of bed for this motherfucking shit.
Yeah, and as for the rest of you Last Man... Bones? Bones? Hello?
Two amazing promos and one incredibly close tag team championship match sees the best in the world Trevor Robinson and BeastMode Bonez hang on to their FTW Tag Team Championships as they defeat the Young Buck Tyler Woodward and the King of Dad Style Wonderman by a final score of 235 to 232. What a match that was, and I don't think we've seen the last of Wonderman and the Young Buck. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event. Ever since cashing in the Platinum Guarantee, DBChampion has been riding on high. But this returning superstar is hell-bent on taking that championship from him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the FTW Championship match as DBChampion puts the gold on the line against the returning Young Gun Steven Faison. Down to the ring we go for what is sure to be one hell of an encounter.
$10 months. That's how long it took me to get back to this spot. 10 months. And for 6 of those months, I was sitting in the backdrop. For 6 of those months, I was watching the new generation develop. And for the last 6 months, I've seen a place that I hold near and dear to my heart. I've seen a place that I love. I've seen a place that accepted me when no one else wanted to turn into a developmental league. What happened to us, FTW? The man that is representing FTW as the world champion could give a fuck about this place. You hear it in his hypes. You see it in his promos. He could care less about FTW. He don't care if this place folds, if this place thrives, as long as he is on top, because he can't do it where else he is. And for the last 10 months, I've been sitting here just wasting the fuck away. And I'll be damned if I waste away anymore. You see, FTW is my lifeline. FTW is the place that gave me a start. FTW is my fucking home. And I'll admit, when my home was being invaded, I cowered. When my home was being treaded upon, I wavered in fear. Instead of fighting, instead of getting up and getting on my feet and representing FTW the way it needs to be in the promo verse, I let it go to waste. But no more. No more. From this moment on, FTW will be regarded as the greatest promo federation in the game today. FTW will be regarded as the place that every promo artist wants to be. And FTW will have a champion that it is proud of. FTW will have a man to represent it the way that it needs to be. Not the way that it is. Because the way that it is just second-rate bullshit. It's just niggas coming over here clowning on niggas and calling that a good promo. Fuck that. I am here to change the face. I am here to change the dynamic. I am here to bring back the revolution of FTW because I'll be damned if I keep letting you motherfuckers destroy it. For too long, I've been disrespected. For too long, I've been looked over. For too long, I've been playing second fucking fiddle. And no more. This is my time. This is my moment. This is me seizing the opportunity because I am the current. I am the face of FT fucking W. And Deshaun, I could go on days about how you're not better than me. I can go on days about how it took you 3 months to get on my level, but that ain't even worth it. Deshaun, I've been on your ass since the Platinum Garen motherfucking T, and you know it. And Deshaun, you need to run me my shit. Because this is a new day in FTW. This is the birth of a new generation. Not that new generation bullshit you tried to pull and make it BWO 2.0. No. This is the new generation of promo artists. This is the new generation of FTW. And the motherfucking Young Gun is the man to take us into the motherfucking future. So Deshaun, thank you for your service, but you're not needed anymore. Target, set, bang.
Greatness.
I am the FTW World Heavyweight Champion. You know who I am. Don't even try that shit. And FTW New Generation is back. Are you well rested? Are you ready to get back to work? And what better way than to defend my title against the person who's been a sore on my ass, Steven Faison, the Young Gun. The future of promo wrestling, and you know what? I'm fucking sick of the future. The future has done nothing for me except disappoint me. The future is untapped potential that will never be tapped. Steven, you're the poster child of that. But you know what? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I can see the future. When you're the wrestling professional of professional wrestling, you always got to be prepared for the future. So I gained that ability. Hold on. Let me show you something. You've seen these. These are my funky glasses that I wear in my opening video. You wish you had these, don't you? Don't you? Please. They wouldn't even look good on you. Now, when I put these on, they show me what's to come. Let's see what happens in 10 years. Yeah, let's try it. Oh! Lamar finally retires from promo wrestling at the ripe age of 87. Shit, how old are you, Lamar? Oh! Bones. He opens up a string of chicken restaurants where he can call every patron a nigga all he wants to. I'm going to try that place. Oh! Tyler Woodward. He retires from boxing, gets into competitive knitting. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a British thing? Oh, Tyler Drummond sells an invention on the Shark Tank. Well, I didn't know you were an inventor, Tyler. Whoa. Trevor Robinson performs at Madison Square Garden for his Christian pop band. Okay. Trent, he grows a third head. I'm really getting tired of all your gimmicks, man. Like, can you just stick to one thing? I just think that might help you. Oh, Steven Faison. Still sitting on a stoop in front of a brick wall, smoking a cigarette. That cough, though, sounded a little worse. Sounded like you're coughing up your whole lung. You're balding a little bit there, too. Huh. I mean, I don't really have a superpower or anything. I don't have the ability to see the future. I can just predict the future. I know what the fuck is happening, Steven. You will never get to the level that you have always been meant to be. I believed in you. I believed you since day one. And all you have done is fucking disappoint me at every single chance that you've been given. If you would have won the FTW World Heavyweight Championship during the Tournament of Power, we'd be having a different conversation. But you failed. You fail when it matters every single time. And so you know what? I'm going to stop believing in you. I'm going to stop giving you chances. I thought getting you arrested would give you some fucking balls to finally take me down and do something for yourself. Do something where people can truly believe in you and finally stop saying that you're the young gun. Finally call you the one and only. But no. You let me down and you let the world down. That is why next year, the following year, you're going to continue the same cycle of the same thing every time. And the only other person that you can blame for this is Steven Faison. I'm looking for a real challenge. I'm looking for a person to finally have the balls to take this from my cold, dead hands. And that shit ain't ever happened. And when it does, FTW will truly be great. But until then, it will just bask in the glory of a great fucking man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what I just watched. I had thought we had seen the closest match we will ever see in the history of the FTW New Generation, and then these two go out and they top that by a final score of 185.5 to 185, separated by half a freaking point. Young Gun Steven Faison is your new FTW Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations, sir. And I'm sure DB Greatness is going to have something to say about this. Now, this wraps up FTW Slam Night 2. After a sensational week number 1, we didn't think we could top it, but we certainly did this evening. And if you're enjoying all the action, make sure you check us out on Facebook at FTW The New Generation. Make sure you get at our prediction side at FTW Prediction Wrestling. And make sure you follow us on YouTube for all the action. For all of us at FTW, for Vicky Dreamboat herself, I say goodbye, friends, and we will see you next week.
Let me spin you a yarn of the one they call Trent. Told countless of times, but bears repeating. It's about a man who seeks self-acceptance and found it by becoming one of the pillars of FTW. He rose to the top. He quickly became one of the biggest stars. Some would even say he was one of the most influential artists of FTW's beginning era. Not to mention, he was the heart and soul of the company. and once proudly called himself your
King!
But all of that changed the day the Earth stood still. It was the most brutal character assassination in all of FTW. It was a day where justice was failed to be served, because as of this day, the man who attacked the king is still walking a free man.
And you're fucking welcome, everybody. We don't have to listen to fucking shit anymore.
BeastMode Bonez, a criminal, a scum, who was brought into FTW under the false pretense that he'd be leading it into a sort of second coming. He thinks he's the solution to all of FTW's problems. He believes that he is the savior that FTW needs. But in reality, all this time, we come to find out that Bonez
was that he was a false prophet all along.
The death of the false prophets begins.
You never could have expected which of the three faces of Trent you were gonna get, Bonez. You may have shot the Turbulence King, and you might have thought Y2 Jackass was gone for good, but you never expected the White Raven. You thought it was going to be easy pickings, because you were going to go up against Trent and beat him to a pulp. Well, Trenty Drip Drip ain't here right now. This is the White Raven, the conqueror of the multiverse. And he's going to be your retribution. You see, Bonez, from what I've heard, FTW has an upcoming anniversary special. And on that special, there's going to be a Platinum Guarantee ladder match. The winner receiving a guaranteed World Championship contract whenever they so desire. Like DB Platinum before them, the winner will etch their name into FTW history. However, Bonez, I just know that you're pining for that briefcase already. I know how badly someone like you wants to win it. To finally make something out of yourself, and to finally bring FTW to the promised land that you think it needs, to finally be the chosen one that you think you were brought in to be. But you're not going to make it that far. Mainly because I'm not going to let you. You and I, Bonez, this is unfinished business. And I can't, in good nature, in my right state of mind, allow someone like you, an attempted murderer, a criminal, and the leader of the BWO, into this proud company and attempt to win their world championship. By signing your name on that slip and cashing it in for a world championship match. So here's what I propose, Bonez. You and me go to war, with the winner rightfully gaining this spot. Trent returns to in-ring action. But not just in any ring. A ring surrounded by 6 sides of steel! A steel cage match where 2 ruthless animals, a goat and a raven, are locked inside. Ravenous and ready to tear the flesh off each other's bones and rip them apart limb from limb. But what you don't realize, Bonez, is that I'm a rabid animal. I'm a vicious dog, and I can't wait to sink my teeth into some goat meat. You tried to end my career. Well, guess what? What you can't kill only becomes stronger in the face of defeat. Never wound what you can't hunt. I'm the prey that's come to bite you back on the ass, Bonez. I'm gonna beat you in that steel cage match. I'm going to climb to the top of that ladder. I'm gonna get what I deserve. And that is my birthright. That is my destiny. That is finally the calling I've been looking for ever since I joined FTW. To finally become an FTW World Champion. So start counting the days, Bonez. Because eventually, time will be up. And out of these 3 fingers, the middle one is directed at you, my friend. I'll see you soon.